My dear friends, there is a curious and delicate strength in silence, a strength that does not fight fire with fire, that does not scramble to defend itself when words have been used as arrows. When you face disrespect, be it through insult, disregard, or mockery, the impulse to respond is natural. After all, we are creatures with pride, and pride hates silence. It longs to rise and speak back with sharper words, to remind others of our worth and to defend our dignity. But what if I told you that silence speaks far louder? To stay quiet after being disrespected is not weakness, it is mastery. It is the strength of the man who knows his value, of the woman who is unmoved by others' shallow words. You see, disrespect often reveals more about the giver than the receiver. It springs not from your worthlessness, but from their own brokenness, insecurity, or misunderstanding. When you respond with anger or retaliation, you allow yourself to meet them on their level. And what do you gain from that? Nothing but a heart that is stirred, heavy, and restless. True power lies in restraint. It is the quiet voice that whispers, "I know who I am, and I will not be defined by another's moment of smallness." When you choose silence, you choose peace over chaos, wisdom over impulse, and dignity over pride. You are not saying, "I accept your insult." You are saying, "Your insult has no power over me." The strongest of us are not those who shout the loudest, but those who know when words are not needed at all. Do you not see that silence has a peculiar way of unsettling those who attack? It leaves them wondering, reflecting, perhaps even ashamed of themselves. Words may give temporary satisfaction, but silence leaves a lasting impression. So, when disrespect comes, and it will remember this, your worth is not on trial. The person you are is not determined by what others say. Hold fast to your character, stand firm in your confidence, and refuse to let a passing storm dictate the course of your ship. Be silent not because you are powerless, but because you are powerful beyond words. Stay quiet, stay strong, and let your life, not your lips, prove them wrong. Often people mistake silence for cowardice or lack of response. However, choosing to remain quiet is an act of self-discipline. It requires immense control over your emotions and a willingness to resist the urge to react. Discipline means recognizing that not every insult deserves your energy. Loudness and aggression are easy, they are reactions driven by impulse. A calm mind, however, is deliberate and thoughtful. It holds power because it refuses to be swayed by negativity. When you remain calm, you show strength that surpasses the temporary satisfaction of shouting back. Retaliation is an emotional reaction, often stemming from pride or hurt. It can escalate situations unnecessarily. Restraint, on the other hand, shows maturity and wisdom. It demonstrates that you are in control of yourself and refuse to stoop to the level of those who disrespect you. Emotional mastery is the ability to choose your responses rather than being controlled by anger or hurt. Staying silent in the face of disrespect proves that you are the master of your emotions, not a slave to them. It sends a clear message that you are grounded and unshaken. Wise individuals know that words spoken in anger are often regretted. Silence, on the other hand, gives time for reflection and understanding. It allows you to maintain your dignity and forces others to think about their actions. Wisdom is knowing when to speak and when to stay quiet. Arguments fueled by disrespect often spiral into chaos. When you choose silence, you refuse to participate in this downward spiral. You protect your peace and avoid being entangled in negativity. Chaos cannot exist where one person remains still and calm. Small insults are exactly that, small. They only gain power when you respond to them. True power is in remaining unshaken, unmoved, and unaffected. By ignoring petty remarks, you show that your focus is on greater things, not trivial negativity. When you respond to disrespect with silence, you force the other person to sit with their actions. Without a reaction to justify their behavior, they are left to confront their own conscience. This often leads to guilt, self-reflection, and sometimes even regret. Not every opinion deserves a response. When you constantly defend yourself, you give others power over your peace. Silence allows you to walk away from unnecessary battles, secure in the knowledge that your worth does not depend on others' perceptions. Silence can be louder than any argument. It has a way of unsettling those who disrespect you because they do not expect it. A quiet response often makes people rethink their words, while long arguments only fuel the fire. The weight of silence comes from its unexpected strength and confidence. When you choose not to respond, the focus shifts from you to the one who disrespected you. Their actions become the center of attention, and people begin to see their disrespect for what it truly is, a reflection of their character, not yours. When someone insults you, their goal is often to provoke you. By staying silent, you demonstrate that their words cannot hurt or manipulate you. Silence becomes your shield, showing you are unaffected and beyond their reach. Strength lies in observation, not in impulsive reactions. When you stay quiet, you give yourself time to assess the situation, understand the motives of others, and respond if necessary with clarity and purpose. This is a sign of wisdom and maturity. Disrespectful words are often rooted in someone's opinion of you. By staying silent, you silently declare that their opinion does not hold power over you. You know your worth, and nothing they say can take that away from you. Sometimes words lose their power when people refuse to listen. Silence, however, demands attention. It creates a moment of reflection, and often those who disrespect you will notice your calm composure and begin to respect you for it. Reacting in anger often leads to saying things you might later regret. Staying quiet allows you to preserve your integrity and character. It ensures that your actions align with your values rather than being driven by momentary emotions. Disrespectful people often act out of their own insecurities and frustrations. They attack to provoke a response, seeking satisfaction in pulling you down. By remaining quiet, you deny them the very reaction they crave, leaving them powerless. Anger can make even the most dignified person act out of character. Silence is a safeguard against losing your composure. It helps you maintain your dignity and ensures you don't let someone else's negativity compromise your honor. Silence often speaks louder than words because it reveals self-control, wisdom, and strength. Your ability to remain silent in difficult moments speaks volumes about who you are: calm, thoughtful, and confident in your values. Disrespectful people expect chaos in return. When you respond with stillness, calm, and unshaken, you unsettle them. Your stillness becomes a mirror that reflects their pettiness, often leaving them uncomfortable and regretful. When you truly know your value, others' opinions or disrespect lose their power. Insults can only hurt you if you believe them. By staying quiet, you show that your worth comes from within, not from others' words. Truly confident individuals do not feel the need to argue or defend themselves loudly. On the other hand, loudness and aggression often come from insecurity. Staying silent after disrespect is an act of quiet confidence and assurance in yourself. People who are secure in who they are do not engage in unnecessary battles to prove their worth. They let their actions and character speak for them. Silence becomes a powerful tool to display this inner security. Staying quiet communicates a subtle, unshakable truth: your value and identity are not tied to anyone else's validation. It shows that you do not need the approval or acceptance of someone who disrespects you. Words or actions of disrespect only carry weight if you allow them to define you. By remaining quiet, you refuse to let someone else's smallness affect your sense of self-worth. You remain unshaken because you know their words do not change who you are. It's easy to fall into the trap of trying to explain or defend yourself when disrespected. However, you are under no obligation to prove your value to anyone. Silence is your way of saying, "I know who I am, and I owe no explanations." Disrespectful words might be loud and hurtful, but they cannot alter the truth of your character. Staying silent shows that you trust in the truth of who you are and refuse to let someone else's noise drown it out. When you know your value, petty insults and attacks feel insignificant. You remain unmoved because you see these actions for what they are: attempts to shake you. Your silence demonstrates your unwavering strength and self-assurance. Ego wants to fight back, to prove its dominance and to win. Confidence, however, doesn't need to prove itself. By staying quiet, you choose the confidence of knowing you don't need to win small battles to validate yourself. Fighting back against disrespect often drags you down to the level of the one attacking you. When you truly know your worth, you refuse to lower yourself to their behavior. Silence becomes your way of rising above the situation with grace and dignity. Disrespect is often a challenge to see if you will lose control. It provokes anger and demands a reaction. Choosing silence shows that you have mastered your emotions and refuse to let others dictate your behavior. Maturity is measured by how you handle difficult situations. Responding with silence instead of retaliation reflects emotional strength. It shows that you understand the difference between what matters and what does not deserve your energy. By staying quiet, you train yourself to resist impulsive reactions. You learn to take control of your thoughts, emotions, and responses rather than allowing someone else's behavior to control you. It is the ultimate act of self-mastery. Emotional intelligence is the ability to understand and manage your emotions effectively. Sometimes, words only add fuel to the fire. Choosing silence demonstrates that you can discern when speaking serves no purpose. When you react emotionally to disrespect, you hand power over to the other person. They succeed in provoking you and controlling your behavior. Silence, on the other hand, keeps the power firmly in your hands. Disrespect often stems from another person's weakness or insecurity. Responding with anger only allows their weakness to influence you. By staying quiet, you choose to rise above their limitations and protect your inner peace. Words spoken in anger or frustration can lead to regret. Silence gives you the time and space to think carefully about your response. It ensures that you do not say something you'll wish you could take back. Silence doesn't mean you ignore the situation forever. It gives you the opportunity to step back, think, and respond with clarity and wisdom instead of being ruled by momentary emotions. A thoughtful response is always more powerful than a rash reaction. Inner peace is precious, and it is yours to protect. When someone disrespects you, they are trying to disrupt your calm. By staying silent, you refuse to let their negativity invade your mind and disturb your peace. True mastery lies in controlling yourself, regardless of how others behave. By responding with silence or calmness, you prove that no one else has power over your emotions, thoughts, or actions. You are the master of your own soul. When you stay quiet instead of engaging in arguments or retaliating, you communicate that you refuse to entertain disrespect. This sets a firm boundary, teaching others that you won't be drawn into unnecessary conflict. Choosing silence shows that you value your time and energy. Some disrespectful remarks or actions are so small and petty that they are beneath your attention. Ignoring them reveals your wisdom and priorities, without becoming involved in the drama. This distance gives you a clearer perspective and the ability to act with more clarity if needed. Responding to disrespect often escalates into unnecessary drama. Silence prevents this escalation, allowing you to rise above the chaos. It keeps you grounded and focused on what truly matters. Emotional sovereignty is the ability to control your emotions instead of being controlled by them. When you choose silence over reaction, you demonstrate emotional sovereignty, showing that you are in charge of your own responses. Silence can speak volumes where words cannot. When you respond with quietness, you send a clear message: I will not be shaken, provoked, or lowered to your level. It is an answer that resonates deeper than an argument ever could. No one can disturb your peace unless you allow them to. By staying silent, you ensure that external disrespect does not penetrate your inner calm. You protect your peace, no matter how others act. Wisdom is knowing when to speak and when to hold your tongue. Staying quiet after disrespect is not a sign of weakness. It is a reflection of your ability to choose peace, wisdom, and maturity over meaningless confrontation. Your energy is valuable, and you must spend it wisely. Responding to every act of disrespect drains you unnecessarily. Silence allows you to preserve your energy for what truly matters: worthy challenges and meaningful pursuits. When someone disrespects you, they reveal more about who they are than who you are. Staying quiet allows their actions to stand alone as a reflection of their character, while you rise above with grace. True strength does not need to announce itself. The quietest person in the room is often the one who is observing, listening, and choosing not to waste their energy on unnecessary battles. Silence is a mark of inner strength. When someone disrespects you, they are trying to create a cycle of negativity. By staying silent, you refuse to participate in this cycle. Your quietness turns their negativity into a dead end, stopping its momentum. Dignity is a quiet force. It does not shout or retaliate, it simply stands firm. By choosing quiet dignity over loud anger, you communicate confidence, self-respect, and strength. It leaves a lasting impression far more powerful than any heated words. Provocation gains power only when you react. By staying quiet, you make the insult or disrespect irrelevant. It loses its ability to affect you, and the one provoking you is left powerless. Responding in anger can damage your reputation, as harsh words spoken impulsively are hard to take back. Silence ensures you act with thoughtfulness and prevents unnecessary damage to how others perceive you. When you remain silent, you give others the chance to reflect on their behavior. It separates those who respect your presence and words from those who do not. Silence reveals who is worthy of your energy. Responding to disrespect draws you into negativity. Staying quiet allows you to protect your mind from unnecessary negativity and remain focused on what uplifts and motivates you. Immediate reactions are often clouded by emotion. By staying quiet, you give yourself the space to process the situation and respond if needed with clarity, wisdom, and full understanding. People who disrespect others are often projecting their own insecurities, frustrations, or unhappiness. By staying silent, you show that their inner battles are not your burden to carry. Reacting impulsively gives control of the situation to the one who provoked you. Silence puts you back in control because you decide not to play by their rules or meet them at their level. Disrespect thrives on reaction. When you refuse to engage and remain silent, you break the cycle of negativity. This often brings the confrontation to an end or forces the other person to reconsider their behavior. Patience is a powerful virtue that strengthens you over time. Choosing silence after disrespect helps you develop patience, enabling you to endure difficult situations with grace and composure. Words can be misunderstood, but actions speak the truth. Staying quiet gives you the opportunity to let your behavior, values, and accomplishments define who you are, rather than being reduced to an argument or heated response. Disrespect thrives on reaction. When you respond with anger, you give life to the conflict. Silence acts like water on fire. It removes the energy and allows the situation to fade. People who disrespect you often aim to reduce your sense of self. Your silence sends a message: your words have no authority over who I am. You maintain control of your identity by refusing to let their opinion matter. When you don't respond, you display confidence without having to say a word. True confidence is knowing you don't need to defend yourself because your actions and presence already speak louder. Weak individuals look for reactions to validate their behavior. Your silence confuses and intimidates them because it shows composure and strength that they cannot match. It leaves them wondering about their own actions. Responding to disrespect can consume your mind with anger, frustration, and negativity. Silence helps you shield your mental peace, keeping you focused on your own growth rather than someone else's smallness. Your dignity is something no one can take from you. It's within your control. When you stay quiet, you hold on to your dignity, showing that others' disrespect has no power over your sense of self. Disrespectful people are often battling their own insecurities, frustrations, or lack of fulfillment. By staying silent, you expose their behavior for what it is: a reflection of their inner emptiness, not your worth. If you respond to everything, your words lose value. Silence makes your voice rare and purposeful. When you do speak, it will carry greater impact because it comes from thoughtfulness, not impulse. People who disrespect you want to see you react and crumble. Silence combined with resilience makes you untouchable. It shows that no insult, no words, and no negativity can break your inner strength. Not every battle is worth fighting. By staying quiet, you demonstrate that you have the wisdom to walk away from meaningless conflicts. True victory comes from choosing peace over chaos. Resisting the urge to respond to disrespect requires the ability to let go of negative emotions. By staying silent, you show that you are not holding on to resentment or anger, and you are not allowing it to affect you. Disrespect is often a form of negativity meant to draw you into the same emotional state. By staying silent, you refuse to engage, ensuring that you don't become entangled in their negative energy. Maturity comes from understanding the value of emotional balance. Choosing silence in the face of disrespect signals that you are emotionally grounded and capable of navigating conflict without losing your composure. When you respect yourself deeply, external disrespect cannot shake your foundation. Silence demonstrates that you stand firm in your self-worth, unaffected by others' attempts to undermine you. The world is full of noise and distractions, but silence allows you to rise above it. By staying quiet, you preserve your dignity, choosing not to lower yourself to the level of unnecessary conflict or drama. Silence can act as a protective shield. When others try to insult you, silence prevents you from getting drawn into the situation. It allows you to protect your peace and your energy from being drained. Every time you react to disrespect, you allow it to take hold of your emotions. By staying silent, you refuse to let the negativity control how you feel or behave, keeping your emotional autonomy intact. Not every disrespectful comment or action requires a response. Staying silent is a reminder that you are not obligated to react to every provocation. Your time and energy are precious, and you choose wisely where to invest them. Petty confrontations and insults can easily drag you down into unnecessary drama. Silence gives you the ability to rise above these situations, choosing peace over conflict and dignity over the urge to prove yourself. When you consistently remain silent in the face of disrespect, others begin to recognize that you will not engage in unnecessary battles. This teaches them to treat you with the respect you deserve, rather than viewing you as someone to challenge. In emotionally charged situations, it's easy to lose your dignity by reacting impulsively. Silence allows you to stay calm and composed, helping you retain your dignity even when others try to provoke you. When you choose silence, you show that you are not defined by the circumstances. It is a powerful way to rise above the situation, demonstrating that you are bigger than the disrespect being directed at you. Responding to disrespect often leads to conflict, which drains your energy and peace of mind. Silence, however, signifies that you value your inner peace more than engaging in a confrontation that would only disrupt it. Some situations do not warrant any reaction, no matter how disrespectful the behavior may be. In these moments, silence is the most powerful response because it neutralizes the situation without escalating it. Responding to disrespect can often bring you down to the level of those who seek to hurt you. Silence prevents this from happening, allowing you to maintain your dignity and avoid being dragged into petty behavior. When faced with disrespect, immediate reactions may be driven by anger or frustration. Silence gives you the time and space to reflect on the situation, so your response, if necessary, can come from a place of wisdom and not emotion. People who understand the value of respect will recognize your silence as a sign of strength and dignity. It forces them to consider their actions and may even inspire a change in how they treat you. Constantly reacting to disrespect drains your energy and emotions. By staying silent, you protect yourself from unnecessary emotional turmoil, allowing you to conserve your energy for more meaningful and positive endeavors. Emotional maturity is knowing when to speak and when to remain silent. Choosing not to engage with disrespect reflects the emotional wisdom to avoid reactions that might hurt you in the long run. While others may try to provoke you or stir negativity, your silence allows you to maintain your peace while they wrestle with their own emotions. You are unshaken, and their negativity becomes their problem, not yours. Disrespect often stems from others' negative opinions. When you stay silent, it shows that their opinions have no power to shake you. You remain steady, unaffected by the judgments or words of others. Resilience isn't about never being affected, it's about bouncing back stronger. By staying silent, you demonstrate that you are not broken by disrespect. You withstand it with poise and strength, becoming more resilient in the process. Reacting to disrespect often traps you in negative emotional cycles. Silence frees you from becoming emotionally entangled in someone else's behavior, giving you back control over your feelings and your responses. Every time you respond to disrespect, you divert your attention away from what truly matters. Staying silent allows you to stay focused on your higher purpose and goals, not wasting time or energy on petty distractions. When you remain silent, you leave the other person to deal with the consequences of their actions. They cannot provoke or manipulate you, which forces them to face their own disrespect without your involvement. People who disrespect others often seek to get a reaction in order to feel validated. By staying silent, you show that you do not need their approval or validation to know your worth. Not every disrespectful comment is worth responding to. Silence empowers you to pick your battles, ensuring that you only engage when it truly matters, saving your energy for meaningful conflicts. By staying silent, you step outside of the situation, allowing you to observe the dynamics.